What's up, man? Just want to let you know that things seem to be going good. Like the way you're playing, doing well with the media. Keep it up, man. And there'll be more good things to come.
And we see the Hawks ready to get to work. Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Anthony Davis.
A top-notch offensive rebounder. Clark, it seems like he's always around the ball.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. One of those guys you've got to find when the shot goes up. Get your body on him or he'll embarrass you.
Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to Toronto. And guys, they were in that one to the very end. They just couldn't put it together in the last few minutes. They lost by just 2 points.
Their offense really sputtered in that game. They went through stretches where points became very hard to come by.
And Steve, you know, their play wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad, but this game still is about making shots, and the shot making wasn't there. Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
No question, Clark. I think they'd like to establish a presence down low early in the game to get their offense going.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Outside Gordon. Hugh, he's covered by Corbin. Latrey, and Gordon hits from deep.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
Here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto. Korver, good.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And so here is New Orleans. Hugh passes to Davis. Davis sets a screen. Left side Davis. Pocket 6. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Davis has got his first bucket in this one. And back to Budenholzer, who's with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
Here's Horford. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Hawks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Well, he could have done a little better on that trip to the foul line, but he was able to tie this game up.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Holiday, the pass to Q. There's the dish to Davis. New Orleans moving it around. The shot's good from Q.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against Toronto. Schroeder kicks to Williams. Can't get it to go. Gordon with the defensive effort. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Launches a 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Williams against Gordon. Williams attacking into Millsap. Good. A nice assist for Williams. Millsap's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
And it's Kaman missing. The Hawks trail by 3. Korver, no luck.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Now here's Williams. He had 27 points last game.
Well, you know, Eric Gordon, when he's healthy, is really an explosive and efficient scorer. He's able to spread the floor with his three-point shooting, and he is relentless in attacking the rim for hoops when he's healthy.
That's a 2 from Korver, and he gets it to go from the corner. Korver's got 5 now. New Orleans leading by 3. It's deflected. Doubled by Schroeder. Holiday attacking. That drops. And Gordon standing just 6'3", but with his powerful frame, he's able to power his way off into the rim.
Yeah, he's so good using his strength to get inside and draw contact to get to the line and finish plays in which he's been fouled.
So the wing on the left, and here's Korver from the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Pelicans. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out San Antonio, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
When I look at New Orleans, they've continued their breakout season. I mean, they've showed tremendous promise thus far, and I'm looking for big things from this team.
Yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. Let's see if they can continue that momentum.
Now here's Gordon, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Millsap with the steal. Here's Schroeder, averaging 6 points per contest, and stolen by Gordon. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that.
Now here is Horford. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Schroeder, and the rejection by Smith. And that one's good. Millsap. Pelicans leading by 7. Holiday, the pass to Q. Williams against Gordon. The pass to Q. He dishes it to Davis, and he slams it one-handed. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Korver for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Williams. Misses from close range.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Look from Holiday. And that one hits back iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Double team on Williams. Pass to Schroeder. Stolen. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
The Hawks by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Schroeder kicks to Williams. Feeds it to Korver. Out to the right wing. Here's Horford. Hits it from about 6 feet away.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Here's Q. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, I love the way he can put the ball on a platter for his teammates at the rim. Just an amazing alley-oop guy.
You know, it's the guy on the backside of the alley that gets the attention and the glory. But really, the guy who makes it happen is the one throwing the pass.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And Matt kicks to Cunningham. Here's the screen. Left side, Scott. Some solid defense from Q.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
New Orleans leading by 11. Kicks to Smith. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first free throw of the game.
And his free throws are only going in at about a 72% rate this season. Not a terrible number, but something that could definitely improve.
And it's really baffling. I don't know how he lost his touch at the line so dramatically, guys. I mean, and it happened quickly as well. He's nowhere close to what he shot from the line last season.
And there's the foul. It's on Q. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Martin. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Martin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Nash the pass to Q. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. And that's now 11 points for Q.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Pelicans lead by 12. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
On tap this Saturday, March 22nd, LeBron James and the Miami Heat go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. You don't want to miss it.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, they're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks, Martin is out there with Scott. Then there's Jared Cunningham. Then it's Gustavo Ion, and it's Mack in at the 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kev. Well, Q in their last time out against the Raptors was simply terrific. He dropped in 32 points and was just filling up the stat sheet every way he could, coming away from the contest with a 5-5-5. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way. And he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it was his night, he just attacked relentlessly.
It's tipped. Here's Mack in Atlanta again with the buckets. And the Pelicans with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And a chance here to check out the all-time single-season leaders in assists per game. The Utah Jazz's John Stockton, the featured player.
Yeah, and Isaiah Thomas cracking that top 5. This is one of those stats where you have to credit the teammates, too. You got to have shooters and finishers to complete the play, and those two, of course, played on some great NBA teams.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Davis comes in for Darius Miller, and it's Holiday in for Steve Nash.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
And now Doris. 1:27 left in the first half. Passes it to Q. Shoots from 12. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Q's got 13.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
Here's Ion. And there's the pass to Schroeder. Outside for Martin. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Q passes to Davis. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Cunningham. Soft touch of the glass.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
New Orleans leading by 19 points. Heinrich passes to Q. 36 seconds left now here in the second. Heinrich dishes to Davis. 6 to shoot. Heinrich outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Atlanta's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Pass to Schroeder. Scott kicks to Martin. Back to Scott. Here's Ion. Here's Schroeder. High quality look, and he sinks it. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
A dominant.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello and welcome. With playoff seeds hanging in the balance, let's recap the first half for you. New Orleans is ahead against Atlanta, playing great basketball of late. This game's no different. Another great outing tonight for Q, picking up where he left off in the win against Toronto. He has 13 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists, look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. It's been a disappointment, though, for the Hawks so far. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Paul Millsap making an impact in this one. He's got 9 points and is always looking to go to work on the boards. And that's it for us here in the studio. Time to send it on back out to Kevin Harlan and the gang for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Atlanta, and a shot here from Atlantic Station extending over the high rises of Midtown.
We watched Holiday play great basketball. He's got 17 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Davis is out there with Chris Kaman, and it's Q in at the threesome.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in 2012. An interesting note here, guys. He and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist were the first college teammates ever to be selected with the first and second picks of the draft. Bet you guys didn't know that.
Gotta love it.
The Hawks trail by 21. Here's Schroeder. The feed to Korver. From the wing, again the Hawks score. And Clark, you mentioned the 2012 draft. Also, when you look at Davis and MKG and then Bradley Beal, also the first time that 3 college freshmen, you know, Steve, went 1, 2, and 3.
And not to mention all 3 players coming from the SEC.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, strange, but you know, a lot of promise from that draft. A lot of good talent, and I think it bodes well for the league going forward.
Atlanta's shooting 43% from the floor. And Williams, here we go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Pelicans ended up being the name that New Orleans chose when it was all over. And I like the new look uniforms, but they had some other options as well that sounded pretty good to me. How about the brass? Because it gives nod to the music that New Orleans has popularized.
Well, definitely a nice sounding name. Other options were the Swamp Dogs, the Bull Sharks, the Mosquitoes. You know, Steve, all in all, you have to think they went the right way with the Pelicans.
I don't know. My personal favorite was the Rougarou. I don't even know what that means, but that was in the mix. Would have puzzled a lot of other people around the country besides me. But better than Mosquitoes, that's for sure. Pelicans was probably the right way to go.
The Hawks trail by 17. He feeds it to Korver. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Holiday. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, we can run these guys into the ground. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Hugh passes to Keenan. Gordon with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Q. Hits the three-point bomb. Q's got 16.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Schroeder, guarded by Holiday.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
He lobs it up, and Davis throws it down.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Here is Korver. He's got 9. Williams outside, and he gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
They set the pick. And Holiday, here we go. From the paint, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Williams gets a screen from Horford. Williams dishes to Horford. Pelicans with the rebound. Q's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Q passes to Davis. Here's Q. Here's Kaman. That one goes. Count it. Kaman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
Davis with the block.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And the Pelicans with possession here. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And it's Kaman missing.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Now here is Horford, averaging 13 points a contest.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
You know, I don't get caught up in whether Horford is a power forward or center. All I know is he can ball, and his skill set allows him to be productive and consistent.
Here's Schroeder, guarded by Holiday. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Korver. Will it go? And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And Horford, a great combination of skill, Steve, and toughness.
Yeah, but he's one of my favorite players in the league. Just such a high skill level, but tough. He rebounds, he defends well. He can guard either the power forward or center position. And a winner. Remember, he won 2 NCAA championships at Florida.
Here's Williams. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here is Korver. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Goes up from the top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Q's got 8 rebounds in this game. Dishes to Davis. Outside Williams. Here's Schroeder. Here's Millsap. No good. Some solid defense from Q. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 16-5 run. And good on the basket. Book it. Q's got 23 points.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Here's Kaman. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Chris Kaman. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
And so here is New Orleans following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Q. He has 9 rebounds and 11 dimes. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe, too.
Yeah, his confidence is at an all-time high. You can see just how well he's playing, how much he believes in his game.
Here's Mack, defended by Nash. And Mack kicks to Ion. Here's Mack. He's got 5. Tries from 16. The rebound by Q. Q's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Nice shot by Smith.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Here's Nash, averaging 8 points a game. There's the pick. There's the pass to Q. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Carroll with the 3, and that one's good. Carroll's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. New Orleans on top, running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Tune in next Wednesday night, March 26th. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Live from New Orleans. Do not miss it.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Here's Mack. They've got Damari Carroll out there. Shelvin Mack is out there with John Jenkins. Then there's Scott, and it's Ion in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Doubled by Scott. Roberts dishes to Smith. And he gets it to go. Smith's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pelicans. Atlanta's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Now, here's Scott. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Heinrich's checked in. Nice job coming off that screen.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Here's Roberts. Wide open. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Mack, the pass to Martin. There's the dish to Mack. Hawks passing it around. Here's Jenkins. Here's Zion. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. And the second free throw, good.
After a surprising rookie season in New Orleans, Ione has bounced around a little bit. Traded to Orlando, then Milwaukee. He's had to battle for every minute, but he's a guy who's shown that he can play at the NBA level.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for Ione from Mexico. Quite a number of years in Spain. And Stevie clearly knows how to play the game.
Yeah, he sure does. He's smart, crafty around the basket. He plays both ends of the floor. Really nice to see him getting an opportunity to contribute.
The Hawks shooting 40% from the field. Here's Mack. He's guarded by Roberts. And Mack kicks to Martin. He dishes it to Ione. It's taken away by Smith. And they're pushing it up. Here's Heinrich. That's good. And it's Miller with the assist.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Here's Martin. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Yeah, something that makes him hard to defend is his ability to receive a pass and get off an accurate shot in one quick, fluid motion. So you better beware of where he is on the floor at all times.
One of the premier catch-and-shoot guys in the league, Steve. There's no question about it.
Pass to Q. Clock at 6. Again, the Pelicans score.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Now here's Jenkins. From outside, off the mark. Q, defended by Scott. Got a piece of it. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Better teamwork. That was the message he was drumming home to them. He said, we need better shots. Work the ball around and find the open man. He then made another statement, telling his guys to stay alert and aware when defending the outside shot, saying, quote, they can hurt us on the perimeter if we don't stay right up on them. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And he gets it to go. 11 points for Smith.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow. Help them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
Here's Mack after the made shot from Smith. And Mack kicks to Martin. Out to the right wing. Jenkins. Again, the Hawks score.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Here's Roberts, covered by Mack. They get it back. Shots good by Miller.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Now here is Martin. Pass to Jenkins. Fires from deep. And the shot is good.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Q covered by Martin. And he gets the bucket. And now that's 35 points for Q.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Scott kicks to Jenkins. Off target from outside. The Pelicans have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. To the paint. Here's Q. Feeds it to Smith. 13 feet away. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Had so much space there, and the defense really not showing him the respect. You could see his eyes get wide.
And it's Martin that time on the assist from Shelvin Mack. And 11 points for Martin.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
And now Martin pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And that one's good. That's 7 points tonight for John Jenkins.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run out, Steve. That's perfection to me.
Q, and it's good.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Here's Mack. He's guarded by Roberts. And that drops in from beyond the arc. Three-pointer from Mack.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Out to Miller. Into Smith. There's the block. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jenkins. Rebound by Smith.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And the Pelicans making a change here. Meeks is checked in. Screen by Smith. To the left wing. Three-pointer. Heinrich cannot hit. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Carroll dishes to Scott. And that one's good. Scott's got 4 this quarter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
They grab their own miss. Q, guarded by Carroll. Here's Q. Here's Smith. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Q. There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double for his efforts. I'll tell you what, when he gets it going, this is exactly what can happen. They may have to double-team him.
Kicks to Ion. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Jody Meeks.
Anthony Morrow.
On defense, New Orleans fires the three. No luck.
Boy, look at the rebound totals. He is absolutely dominating out there.
Boy, that's been something to watch. My goodness.
Continues to grab rebounds. Big game for him.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there, Steve. I mean, he's got the triple-doubles. It seems he's involved in just about every play out there.
And Morrow drops them both. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Carroll. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Doubled by Carroll. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Return to sender. Let's go. Count it.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Anthony, certainly a great win here tonight. What was the key to what this team is doing right now when you guys are playing like this?
Yeah, we just got to stay aggressive. And, we just did that in the second half. It started in the first quarter when we came out. Our offense was clicking, but most important, our defense was clicking. And then when you do that, it's hard to beat us.
Stay aggressive, Anthony. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Q.